Welcome to practice. My name is Laura, and we have a request for low back props. If you have a strap or something that can be used as a strap, go ahead and grab that and just have it nearby. And if you have a blanket or a cushion to sit on, you might find that as well. And some blocks. So as we find a seat, as we take a seat, if cross-legged isn't on your menu today, that's fine. Just sit in a way that will work for you. Particularly if you have a tender low back and sitting is an option, you might want a little elevation. And we'll take a few moments just to wobble in. Taking a deep inhale through the nose and letting it go. Taking these first few moments to welcome yourself to your practice, to check in with how the body is feeling in this moment. And consider sliding the hands, palms down a little closer to the tops of the thighs. Dropping the shoulders, give a little wiggle to the fingers, and I'm going to mirror directionally. Let's connect with the left hand and invite the left arm out to the left and maybe just bring it right back in. So as we're breathing and extending that arm, we're observing, noticing maybe fingers, wrists, forearm, elbow, shoulder, neck. And we might come to a position where we hold the arm, but perhaps we find a little slide or glide of the ribs side to side, right to left. And if at any point the tensioning anywhere along the arm, the wrist, the elbows, a little much, just bring it in for a rest and re-extend. We might bring movement into the fingers and add in now a little nod of the head. Maybe the sensations are changing. Maybe we're turning up the intensity, turning it down. Maybe it's just different. Gathering back in. Take a few rounds of breath, observing. And that same side shoulder, invite that shoulder to circle. And let's pause. Roll the shoulder in the second direction. Landing. We'll slide the hands back. Give a little wobble, a little strong to those right fingers. Second side, expanding the arm out to the side. Hello, and sliding it back in. And we may repeat, extend the arm and slide it back in. Just checking in. Maybe the side's very different from the first, and we might hold with extended fingers. We might add movement into the fingers. Maybe we're finding a little nod of the head. Maybe we still the head and find a little glide slide with the ribs. And it might be that you're preferring one movement or the order of movement. So just listen to what this side of your body is asking for. We might gather that arm in, taking a moment just to pause again, and maybe one more time reaching out, turn the head to look in the same direction as that hand. Maybe more movement in the fingers. And as we gather back in, if the shoulder says it feels just fine to circle it, circle the shoulder and go the other way. And we may find our blocks or any other prop and consider tipping a little bit of a forward lean. Maybe some shifts side to side, just little sways. We might support the brow. Let the body sigh. Feel the ribs expanding, broadening with the inhalations. Softening inwards with each exhalation. Slowly rising up. And let's tip back, acknowledging the foot you may have on top or in front, and just extend one leg. Point, flex, point, flex. Circle the ankle. If this does not work for your ankles at this time, no need to do it. Extend the other leg, flex, point, twirl the ankle, go the other way, trade the cross of the legs, and just take a few moments to rock in. Find your seat on this side. Reconnecting with the breath, give the body a little wobble, a little rock. Bring the left hands onto the belly. Expand the left arm back to the left. Chin to the middle. We may nod the head. We might nod fingers. We may bring the chin around to the second side. How's the neck, forearm, wrist with this? We might drop the left fingers a little lower, mindful of anything that might be behind you. We might sweep that arm a little or maybe a lot further back. And moving back towards center. Noticing how that feels. Right hand on belly. Slide the arm out. Chin to the middle, and we may just find a little nod. Maybe this side is more intense. We may turn the chin opposite. We may have movement in fingers. Again, mindful of anything that might be behind you if you decide to sweep the arm backwards. And we'll bring it all back into center. We may roll the shoulders, one and then the other, bringing movement into the torso, letting the head tip, lean a little side to side, pause, start to go the other way, moving in second direction. Let's send that left arm back out to the left, but higher. Roll the shoulder forward, and then roll the shoulder back. Let the head move as we roll the shoulder. Gathering left arm back in, try out right side. Roll the shoulder forward, back, bringing movement into the head. Gathering back in, and consider both arms. So we might spin one shoulder back and one shoulder forward. Letting the head glide, tip lean side to side. Let's find center, roll both shoulders back, invite the arms up. And as we exhale, gentle twist towards the right. Perhaps nodding head, check in with neck. Inhale through center and exhale, twisting second side. Inhale through center, thumbs to forehead, thumbs to the heart. Let's place the left hand on the hip with the elbow pointing out to the side and just check in with the shoulder. So without twisting, without turning to the right, keep the shoulder back, shoulder blade on the back. Maybe a little nod to the head. How's the wrist doing? Forearm doing? We can stay there or bring the back of the hand onto the low back. We might start to slide the back of the hand up towards the middle of the back. Rotating to the left. If the left hand is behind the back, the chin may be tilting towards the chest. Let's bring it back to center. Releasing. Right hand, right hip, elbow pointing out to the side. Maybe a little nod of the head, checking with the wrist, forearm, maybe upper arm, shoulder, neck, wherever you happen to be feeling it the most, maybe all of those locations. And you do not have to do more. We might change it up and bring the hand behind the back. The hand may go higher, and we may rotate, twist a little right, but maybe we were getting more out of it with the hand on the hip. Let's bring it back to center, releasing and perhaps roll out the shoulders. We'll try one more variation. Left hand to the hip, back of the hand behind the back, perhaps on the back. Right palm facing in towards midline. And we might imagine that we're going to press heavy drapery open to the left. So we may be rotating left, pressing that right hand left, and then gather with the fingers and pull back towards the right. Let's exhale, press left, inhale, pull back towards center. Find your own rhythm with your own breath, please. Exhale left, Inhale, pull to center, releasing. And we may roll it out. Right hand, right hip, maybe right hand behind the back. Find that left palm. We're pressing the heavy drapery with the exhalation over to the right. It doesn't have to go super far. It doesn't have to be your full range of motion. Inhaling, pulling back to the left. Exhale, right. Inhale, left. Next time we land back at the center, releasing, perhaps roll out the shoulders. We may find the props and find a little lean forward, perhaps supporting the brow. The body may sigh, let the body vibrate with our own sound healing, slacken jaw muscles. And we may gradually roll up, rock on back, and extend a leg. Flex point, consider a wrist twirl. That's an ankle. Extend the other leg, flex point, and you might twirl this ankle too. And then just take a moment where we're rolling forward and bringing ourselves up to a standing position. So you might have a standing forward bend. You may have hands on tops. Feet may be wide. Head heavy, neck long. Head may nod, head may circle. Hips may sway, swaying the hips a little side to side. You can certainly take it lower or higher. Let's begin to rise partway up. So we might be spinning our blocks up higher, coming to that halfway point. We may step the feet closer together. We may rock back on the heels, toes fan. Peel forward, letting the heels rise. Dropping the heels down, shifting back. Toes fanning, rocking forward, the heels may rise. Let's land the heels, put a little bit of bend in the knees, check in with the knees, and maybe we just climb the hands up onto the thighs. Take your time. How's the left hip, right hip, low back, the knees? We may sink a little lower and come all the way up to stand, shifting out. Right knee, left knee, how are the hips feeling with this? So we bring ourselves to a standing position. Take the feet a little wider, and we may just start to find a little shift side to side, bending one knee, then the other. We may add the arms in, so we have a little swing and knock around the hips, the belly, the low back. And maybe bring it up to the chest. And gradually slide on it, moving feet in a little bit closer together. So let's pick a short end of the mat and turn in that direction. So let's have one foot forward and the other foot back. And we'll just find a little rock motion forward and back. Now the back foot, we may peel the heel up and sweep that arm up in the air. Releasing down, rocking back. The arm may rise. We may have a little bit of a tilt, lean over to the front leg side. We may grab hold of back leg wrist, lengthening that arm, tilt leaning towards front leg side, shifting back towards center with a little sway and trading sides. We might just go forward and back. Find a swing of that back leg arm and just pause, reaching up, extending the arm, toes tucked. And we might just bring the arm down and you could be still. We might have that little swing motion. We may raise the arm, grab hold of the wrist, and tip lean more towards front leg side. And releasing, we'll come back towards center. And imagine you have a really big hula hoop. You've got your arms on the hula hoop. You don't need to really grip it because it's pretend. So we're just letting the arms sway without necessarily knocking into the body at this point. That back heel, what it is, the back heel may lift. We might have a little twist, a little rotation. And as you come to one side, the arm that swings around in front, that hand may push away, and the back hand is pressing back, much like the heel. So we'll come back to holding our hula hoop, swaying side to side, and then rotate in that second direction. So you're pushing one hand forward and high, the other heel of the hand down and back. So we're finding that swing, the hula hoop. And let's go back to that first side. We've got our swing, and when you're ready, try out the second side. Do watch out for walls and such. And then we'll just swing back to the center, slowing it down, stepping the feet back in. Spin the palms forward. Optionally, we might have a little rock forward, a little rock back. Invite the arms high, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise halfway up. So if you at the top short edge of the mat, let's keep right leg forward, left leg back. So we may be finding a low lunge, little shifts forward, little shifts back. You can always put a prop down and just rest the back knee on the ground. So listen to what works for your body. Every day is different. Every body is different. We may have a little sway of the hips side to side. We may slide the hips back and position that left hand on the ground or forearm on a block, right hand on right thigh. Back knee may rise, right arm may rise, moving into a twist. We may bring movement back into fingers. And then planting the hands down to the ground, consider stepping back into a down face dog position. We may be pedaling out, the feet shifting, right, left, side to side, tipping the crown of the head from one inner elbow to the other inner elbow. We may land the heels, tipping sits bones back and high. And take your time to walk the feet forward, walking the feet to that top short edge of the mat. Rising partway up, we may rock back on the heels, toes fan. The heels may lift, heels landing, sending right leg back. Little shifts forward, little shifts back. Maybe we're bringing that back knee, back shin down to the ground. We may have a little sway or rock of the hips side to side. We may slide the hips back, plant the right hand or forearm, left hand, left thigh. Tucking back toes, back knee may rise, left arm may rise. Cycling that top hand over the head. Let's land the hands, stepping back for down face dog. Perhaps nod circle with the head. We may wiggle the heels a little further back, rocking forward towards plank, and you could hold. You might have movement in the toes. Land the knees, and we'll slide all the way down to the belly. Perhaps crisscrossing the forearms like the brow rests. We may prefer arms back, resting on one cheek. We may take the feet a little wider, rocking the legs or rolling the heels out to the middle and perhaps in. Finding a rest position for your heels. Starting to slide the hands forward, let the chest rise just enough to walk the elbows forward. Making our way up into a sphinx. We might find a little sway. Take your time feeling into the fronts of the hips, the side bodies, pick a side. Leaning to one side, that second knee may rise. So if you're leaning to the right, we might be bending into the left knee and finding a little waggle, very, very gentle. Maybe even a circle of that lower leg. Landing the shin, gliding side to side, leaning to your second side. So if you're leaning left, the right knee bends. And we may find a little sway or waggle of that right leg. Let's find the middle. Little sways, lengthening front body. How's the back body doing with that? Releasing down. Let's plant the hands, chest rising, rolling up to a cobra of your choice, releasing back down. We may repeat rolling up, going higher or lower, coming back down. And let's slide on back into a child's pose. So you might want a rolled up blanket underneath the ankles. We might want a prop under the forehead. Arms could be fully extended or elbows bent or somewhere in the middle. With the brow on the floor or on a block, we may roll from the very middle of the forehead towards one ear, the top of one ear. Moving back to center and slowly rolling to the second side. Moving back to center. Let's rise partway up, lifting the ribs up and over the right thigh, and maybe we're taking a block with us to rest the brow on. We might extend the arms over to the right. Moving back through center, walking the hands to that second side. Don't forget your brow support. Gradually finding our way back towards the middle. Reach the hands forward, tucking the toes. We may be lifting the hips and pedaling through the feet and slowly walking the feet up to the hands. So from your forward fold, forward bend position, we may give the head a very gentle stir, bending into the knees, transitioning forearms onto the thighs, let the hips sink. We may go a little lower and then rooting to rise. The arms may be reaching up in the air, thumbs to forehead, thumbs to heart. So consider from the short edge of the mat, stepping out, wide stance. From that wide stance position, we might pivot right toes towards the short edge of the mat, bending into that front knee and re-extending. We may bend into the knee and re-extend. Completely optional. You may bend the knee, lift the heel, extend the leg, land the heel, bend the knee. We might heel toe, that back leg a little wider, opening both arms out towards your T position. Perhaps finding a cactus arm and bringing left elbow on top of right, inviting an embrace. We may round the back. We may start to roll it up, bringing backs of hands towards one another, maybe fingerprints to the opposite palm. The elbows may rise, forearms forward. We may take the elbows towards that front knee, the bending knee. Bring it back to center, unfurl the arms, re-extending. That thigh needs a little break, extend the leg. Rebend, perhaps forearm on thigh, top arm straight up. Maybe reaching top arm diagonally overhead. You may sink a little deeper, rising back up, pivoting right-footed. Now, maybe the mat is slippery and the feet have slipped, so we might want to heel toe the feet in a smidge. Left toes towards the short edge of the mat, bending and extending. We may lunge and extend. We may bend, peel the heel up, re-extend, landing. Opening the arms out towards the T, chin to the left. We may bring elbows into cactus arm, taking right elbow on top of left for the embrace. We might round down a bit. Roll it up, backs of the hands can connect or fingerprints to opposite palm. The elbows may rise, forearms may move forward. Forearms may travel towards that left knee. Let's bring the elbows forward, re-extend the arms, left forearm on the thigh, top arm straight up, maybe overhead. We may sink down a little deeper, rising back up through center, angle the toes in, heel toe feet in as needed. A little bit of bend in the knees, tipping forward, slide the hands down onto blocks or perhaps onto the ground. We may walk the heels of the hands back towards alignment with the heels of the feet. We may be peeling heels of the hands off the floor. We might be placing forearms on the ground or on blocks. Letting the hands climb back up. Left hand stays grounded, right hand may find right hip, right toes may angle more right, little bend in right knee. Right arm may rise. Right arm may wrap behind the back, binding the thigh. Letting that arm cycle back down to the ground, angle right toes in, left toes out a smidge, bending into that left knee, left hand to the thigh, to the hip, perhaps up towards the ceiling. We may wrap the arm behind the back, maybe hand flexing around the waist or binding the thigh. Unwinding, cycling that hand down, tipping back into a wide-legged forward fold. And beginning to rise part way up. Heel, toe, heel, toe. Navigating feet in, we may rock forward, peel the heels up. Drop the heels, we may tip back, lift the toes. Land the feet, forearms land on the thighs, sink the hips, rising back up to stand. Thumbs to brow, thumbs to heart. Let's again take feet wide, right toes turn right, lunging into that front knee, tipping down, forearm to thigh, and we can stay there. We might find a chair to rest the forearm on or a block to place the hand on, reaching top arm up in the air for a triangle. Lunging into that front knee, you may want to take the block with you. We'll rise back up, ankle right, toes in, left toes out. Find that side angle, forearm to the thigh, forearm on a chair, maybe hand coming down onto a block as we extend the left leg. And that right arm may rise. Lunging back into front knee, rising up, angle the toes in. And let's heel toe, step the feet together. If you have two blocks, you could use those. If you don't, you might want to use a chair seat or a wall. So we may have two blocks at the top short edge of the mat, or hands on the chair seat, mine's invisible, or hands on wall. So from a forward fold, right foot forward, left leg back, Starting to work front leg closer to straight. And we might just go back and forth a couple of times. We may find the place where we're comfortable holding straight front leg or straightish. We're thinking about that left heel, little toe sided back foot coming down to the floor. Sending the right outer thigh back, lengthening crown of head forward. Taking both inner thighs back and a little bit wide, but balancing that out by sending both outer hips, outer thighs back and narrow a bit. We're not trying to necessarily drape the ribs closer to the thigh. We're paying a lot of attention to how the low back is responding to this positioning. Bending into front knee, navigating left foot forward, second leg back, and just take a few moments to arrive. So we may extend and rebend that left leg until you are ready to settle in. Bring your awareness to right little toe side of the foot, trying to bring the heel down. We may think about that right inner thigh spinning back and wide and left inner thigh spinning back and wide. So the sits bones are widening, but then let's balance that by sending the outer hips back. Reaching forward with the crown of the head, lengthening the neck. And bending back into that front leg, stepping back foot forward. And let's think about how you might come down to the ground. If it feels good to you to land the hands and again walk back to dog, we might do that. We may give a little nod, circle nod. We may wiggle the feet a little further back, rock on forward towards plank, landing onto the knees. If you need some extra padding under the hip bones, place it. We may find our way onto forearms, onto elbows for Sphinx pose. So how does the low back feel in this position? Maybe we need to lower down. So we might be crisscrossing the forearms and resting the brow. And you might want to turn your head to one side. And if you remember which side you did previously, do the opposite now. I'm going to turn and face the microphone. And bend one knee. So whichever knee you bend is fine. We might have a little bit of movement, little rock forward and back. And then we may raise the leg, like we're lifting the sole of the foot up towards the ceiling and let that thigh come back down. Pull the toes down towards the knee and then press up through the heel and release back down. Let that foot come down and let the second knee bend. And we might just find a little waggle, a little bit of movement. Breathing. And try lifting the legs. So you might feel like you need some cushioning underneath the hip bones. And we might try it again. And then press up through the heel and lift the whole sole of the foot up. Bring the knee back down and perhaps one more time with that active sole of the foot. Let the leg come back down and releasing. Sliding hands forward, chest rising, gently pressing back towards a child's pose. We may inchworm or creep the fingers a little further forward. And then sliding the hands back to roll up and shift towards sitting. So again, you might want some extra cushion padding under the back. Look around and find your strap. Now your strap could always be pretend. So we'll make our way down onto back body and rock both thighs into the chest. Massaging low back. We may draw circles. And then just in case there's any mat debris. Just dust off the soles of the feet, land the left foot, and take that right leg straight up overhead. Push up through the heel and notice where the butt cheek is. We want it down on the ground. So maybe that means more bend in the knee or the leg further away from the chest or a wedge under the hip. We may be pressing up through that heel and starting to draw a smiley face in the air with your heel. So roll the heel in, roll the heel out. Rebending, land the foot, rock that second leg in. Let that leg reach up, keep the hip down, lengthen the hip away from the shoulder. And perhaps we're drawing a smiley face. Maybe it's not the same size smiley face as it was on the other side. Take your time feeling into it, reaching up, maybe a little waggle of the leg, a little sway of the leg. Let the feet land, let the feet go wide, and the knees are tipping in. Let the body breathe. The backs of the hands may land on the ground. Consider turning the head gently to whichever side your strap is on, and we'll find the strap and bring it towards your belly. As you situate the strap, a foot will be going into it. It'll be your right foot to start. We'll heel toe the feet in, and navigate that right foot into the strap. Strap is at the ball mound of the toes, and we're just sending the heel up. Right hip down away from right shoulder. We're drawing down on right little toe side of the foot. And then take a moment and gather both ends of the strap into the left hand. Start to dial the whole right leg, right toes in towards midline. And then draw the right leg up towards the left shoulder. Right toes towards left shoulder. You're not going to go very far. Keep sending the right hip down away from right armpit, so even less far than you were before. Notice how this feels in your outer leg. This can certainly have an impact on how your back feels. And then back that off, back that off. Bring the strap back into the right hand and invite that right thigh out wide to the right. So it doesn't have to be a super structured, half-happy baby. The left knee may tip in towards the right a bit. And then rock back up. Bring the strap into the opposite hand, left hand, and sweep the leg more left this time. So it feels a little bit like an X, right thigh on top of the left thigh. You're hugging that left thigh in towards midline. That's the bent knee thigh. Let the leg reach back up towards the ceiling. Rebend down towards that half-happy baby. And perhaps we're extending the leg out. And you could certainly have the leg on a prop. It might be a chair seat or the wall. We might extend the left arm long. Check in with the neck. Can we find more ease in the neck? Slowly starting to raise that right leg back up towards the ceiling. Step the left foot into the strap, right foot lands. Reaching that left leg long, lengthen left hip away from the shoulder, perhaps drawing down on left little toe side of the foot. Beginning to bring both ends of the strap into the right hand and turning the left leg, hold of the left leg, the toes, the shin, the knee, the thigh in towards midline. Draw the toes in an imaginary arc up and over that right shoulder. Balance that by sending that left hip down. So we send it down, we lose a lot of that intention of the toes going in that imaginary arc over the shoulder. So we're trying to find a spot in the middle. And then soften, coming back to center. We'll bring the strap back into left hand. Starting to let that left knee bend, so the left thigh is coming towards the floor. The right knee, right inner thigh may tip in towards the left. Lengthening right hip away from right shoulder, thigh, knee away from the hip. Let's extend that left leg back up towards the ceiling, starting to sweep the left leg a little more to the right, not towards the shoulder, just to the right. So thigh to thigh crossing, we're hugging the right, the bent knee thigh in towards midline. And then rising back up. And as we rise up, rebend left leg. Option, of course, to stay there. We might be extending that left leg out towards the left, and we might be propping it up. Foot resting on the wall, a chair, a cushion. We might be extending that right arm. We might be finding a way to have more ease in the left hand, especially if it's a gripping hand. You are welcome to stay longer. Bringing that left leg back towards center, we may step the right foot up into the strap along with the left. We may take both feet wider. We might bring bend into both knees and just find a little rock. We may draw figure eights. Sliding the feet, when you're ready, back up to the ceiling, step the left foot out of the strap. So you might decide to use the strap again, but perhaps not just at this moment. So we may put the right foot down, left ankle crosses on top of right thigh, right knee, and we may have a lean towards the right, find center, and a lean towards the left. You can stick with that. We might lift the right foot off the ground, hugging that left thigh closer to the chest. You could bind if you like with your hands, but notice if that causes more tension in the neck. Are you lifting the head and the shoulders in order to grab behind the leg? You could certainly just put the right foot on a wall or rest it on a chair or a block. Now, if you are so inclined to use the strap, and you certainly don't have to, you might have that right strap around the right foot, right leg up in the air. And we may lean a little right and hold or not. We might find center and revisit a little lean tip to the right. This can be pretty intense. You are welcome to stay longer, letting the body adapt. We might step the left foot into the strap, bring the right leg down. So if you're choosing to have the leg long, it'll be the left leg on this side. But feel free to land the left foot and cross right ankle on top of left thigh. And we may tip lean a little left. We may find center and sway a little right. And you can stick with the sways or just stay at center and keep the left foot grounded. Maybe we're elevating left foot. Perhaps we have a strap around the foot. We may tip lean the leg a little towards the left. We might even extend the right arm. And we might bring it back to center, but perhaps we revisit. You are certainly welcome to stay longer. We may just extend that right leg back up into the strap, let the legs go wide, moving down towards a half or a full happy baby. We might even grab hold of the feet or the ankles instead of the strap. And gradually stepping the feet back down to the ground, placing the strap off to the side. Heel toe, feet wide, let the knees tip in. Raise the left knee back to the ceiling, step the right foot to follow the left, press into the feet and sway the hips more left. If you have a big cushion of a bolster nearby, you're welcome to grab it and place it on the floor to the right. Rock the thighs into the chest, dropping both thighs, both knees over to the right. We may press the right upper arm, right elbow into the ground and scooch the right arm, right elbow a little more right. We may place the hand on the left thigh and expand the left arm out to the left. The chin may roll left. We may prefer to keep bend the elbow. You may prefer legs right on the ground or placing the soft prop between your knees and between your ankles. Consider finding your way back towards center. Take your time, there's no hurry. Feet wide, knees tipping in. We may be sliding our prop over to the left and stepping the left foot towards the right, press into the feet and let the hips sway a little more right. Let's rock the knees back into the chest and at your own rhythm, rocking the knees to that second side. We might scooch that left elbow a little more left. We might use the left hand as weight on the thigh, maybe extending the right arm. Staying longer if you like. We may be stepping the feet back to the ground, centering the hips, feet wide, knees tipping in. Consider tipping to rest on right side body. We may press into the top hand and gradually return ourselves to a seat. And you could certainly use bolster if you have one, but it might be easiest to just grab a blanket. You could use your mat, but we're rolling it up, maybe not to its thickest roll. And let's place the roll so that we'll bring the base of our shoulder blades right onto the roll. So we'll very carefully tip down and make sure that the head is supported. So you could unroll or use a little pillow under the head and invite the arms wide. And depending on how your low back is feeling, we might keep feet wide, knees tipping in. We may opt to slide legs long and wide. Full deep breath. Settling over your soft roll. We may give the thighs a little rock, a little wobble. We may give the head just a very gentle rock side to side. Sighing, letting the back body sink. Back of the head fully supported. Feel the ribs rise, widen, and expand with the inhalation. Releasing, letting go of tension with the exhalations. We might imagine coils of rope at the base of the skull, unwinding. Shoulders heavy. Upper arms and elbows at rest. Forearms at rest. Wrists at rest. Backs of the hands supported. Belly unwinding. Glutes and hips heavy and grounded. The breath may deepen. We may be returning small movement to fingers, movement to toes, brushing thumbprints across each of the other fingerprints. As the breath deepens, we may arch the back and let it go. Perhaps bending each knee, returning soles of the feet to the ground. Pressing into the feet, swaying the hips to one side and rolling to rest on the opposite side, shoving the prop from under the shoulder. Resting, side lying. You might imagine an hourglass with sand. The sand is sliding from top side body to grounded side body. Perhaps placing that top side hand onto the earth, pressing into the ground. Let the eyes remain closed as you slowly, slowly return to a seat. There is no hurry. Resting in your seat. One palm resting face up on top of the other, thumbprints connected. Feeling the breath shape shift the body from within. Eventually connecting the palms before the heart, rubbing the hands together. Hovering or cupping the hands before closed eyes. Take a deep inhale. Let it go. Rubbing the hands together. Placing them over the heart. Deep inhale. Releasing. Rubbing the hands together. Bring them to the belly. Full breath. Letting it go. Leaving a hand at the belly, a hand over the heart. Sealing our practice with sound. Deep inhale through the nose. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing this practice.